Hey Clashers, mass Meteor Golems are even stronger now, because you have now droids to heal those Meteor Golems back up. With the Rage Gem of the Warden, the healing of those troops are even better. And we have as well the Heroic Torch buff, which we can use with this armor composition as well. But overall, there are plenty of equipment combinations which we are going to go through the video. There's obviously then the one with the Heroic Torch. You can go with the Healing Tome or the Eternal Tome. I think we should start things off with the Heroic Torch, because that is the equipment which just was buffed. But as well, we're going to take a look at the Healing Tome, because I know not everyone has the Heroic Torch upgraded. If you're then going for the healing, an interesting combination which I like quite a bit is this one, because you do not need the self-healing anymore from the Electro Boots, and instead you can go for this powerful equipment combination because you have the healing of the Warden now. So you can see already there are many and plenty of options, but I think let's just dive into the attacks first and make the best out of it and really show you that this right now, if you're asking for the combination between strongest and easiest, is the king of the game. So let's see how much value we can get from the Heroic Torch. We have an interesting looking base. How do we approach this? Do we just go full send from the other side? I think we could, right? I think we maybe could and should. But I feel like for sure from the Revenge Tower side, where do we have the lock launcher? That's a great question. I'm not sure just yet. Let's get the Ice Golem in here. Lock launcher. King. Totem. Meteor Golems full send. 1, 2. Apprentice in behind. Okay. Oh, now I actually... Oh. I noticed something. We should have for sure used the... what is it? The giant arrow from the queen to snipe the Rage Tower. That is something we should have used for sure. Let's use the torch. Let's get the distraction going on the back, and let's use the skeleton spell as well. We still have the freeze from the Roy Champ, which is great. So that's something for the back end which can be quite nice. Let's use another totem here. We have plenty of Meteor Golems alive. I'm not sure right now where everything... Like, where's my Roy? Okay, she's on the far left. That's fine. We can actually use another totem right here. We just spammed the entire base with totems. So I think that should be then good. Where's my Roy Champ? On the far left still. Let's get the totem right here. So we have the monolith going down. We have another invis. We have those archers. And we already use archers at the bottom side. I think we can. Yes, nice. So maybe right now the back end freeze. Oh, take a look at that. Let's go. This entire back end cannot even fight back. That's awesome. And just with the full send, just sending everything from the far side, we're able to make it. The question now, though, is, was the Heroic Torch actually a big deciding factor? I'm not really sure. I feel like the issue with the Torch is that there is right now not a strong troop in the game which is working well together with the ability. Because this means I feel like the Torch is really good versus like 4 troops, which their weakness is that they cannot jump walls, like Electro Titans, Super Yetis, for example. But Meteor Golems, they can already do that. And we have the Queen and the King on the flanks already. So you don't even need that for those. So it works, it's solid, it's good, but I'm not sure if maybe the Healing Tome is even better. So let's do as well an attack with the Healing Tome so we can get a better idea. But one thing which is for sure, those droids are helping a ton for those ground attacks, because the type of healing works so well with the Meteor Golems together. And obviously, now we're having a base where the torch could be somewhat useful. But hey, doesn't matter. Let's get this right. I feel like for this one, I think like we just spam everything from the far side and just, again, full send pretty much. And on this one, though, I would like to get the Invis core with the Earthquakes. That would be really appreciated. Let's see if we can make that work. So, yeah, let's get that right. First off, where do we send it? Like, from here? Come on, come on. Now the lock launcher. Come on, lock launcher. Distraction. King. And the Meteor Golems are in. What is in there? Seems like a lot of Ice Golems or something, which is interesting, I guess. Let's use the Apprentice Warden in here as well. So far, so good. What we could do now here is let's use the Totem. Oh, and the Roy Champ, by the way, obviously. Do not forget about the Roy Champion. Let's get this. Oh, we have a Smasher, by the way. People are now trying out the Smasher. Okay. I think the Smasher actually versus this type of strategy might be not too bad. I think that might be actually somewhat decent. But hey, we'll find out. Let's use the Healing Tome. I could have used that already way earlier. Let's use the Frost Flake to make sure that the core is frozen up. And we have the option to take everything out. Let's use another spell just like there. Another Totem. Invis for this guy right here. Let's use another Totem to distract the Minion Prince. We can use another Totem right here to distract again. We have no more hero abilities left, which is unfortunate, but hey, I think we're still looking somewhat decent. Wall Break, I don't even know. Put the archers in there. Why not? We have the Minion Prince going down, which is unfortunate, but can get a nice freeze. Oh, that freeze. I tried to hit all 3 buildings, which obviously I think it's not possible. And we're just putting everything in between. I am so stupid. But hey, doesn't matter. We're getting the job done. That's great, even without the torch. Now the question is, was the torch necessary? Was this more power? I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. I think the torch is really nice. But again, I am just not sure if it's needed for Meteor Golems. If this will be like if a Super Yeti is going to happen eventually, hopefully. Those mass Super Yeti attacks, they will go crazy with the torch. But I feel like right now, the torch is the troop, which works great together. They're missing. Because the Meteor Golems, clearly, they just jump through and do everything they can, but they do not need the torch. So the Healing Tome feels better. But hey, you can even go if you want to. You can even go with the Eternal Tome. That works as well. Like, you have plenty of options. As well for the Roy Champion, you have the option of the Frost Flake, Rocket Spear, and the Electro Boots. And you can mix them together as you have them leveled up, as you prefer them, whatever. I will do now one attack with my favorite attack, like with my favorite combination, which is exactly this one, by the way. Healing Tome and those two. I just like the combination a lot. So let's give it another try. And let's see if we find not one of those bases. Okay, it's a different base. It's a Rage Invis base, but still. For those bases, this is really where those earthquakes are coming in clutch, as we just have seen earlier. Because with the giant arrow, we can have so much impact here. The question now, though, is where do we enter? Do we go from the top side, bottom side? Where do we end? I feel like the bottom side looks the best for me, no? Okay, so let's use the king so we can funnel already. Let's get that giant arrow right. Just like that. Now those guys in here. Lock launcher. I think the angle on this one is not as important. Let's try to distract. The Roy Champion can be placed in here as well. I think we're going in for an early king ability just to help with the funneling. Minion, obviously the Warden now, because remember, we do not have to wait for too long. Unfortunately, I did not get that rage. I think we should be still fine here. Let's get that poison right there. Let's get the overgrowth right there. Totem, just a few totems in here. We have the poison for the furnace. The Roy... I did not pay attention at the Roy Champion. That is so bad. This is really stupid. I mean, this is the entire point, right? To protect the Roy Champion further and have her carry the middle part. And I'm just letting her die. Yeah. Not the smartest, I guess. But hey, still looking good, to be honest. I mean, still looking solid. We have the giant in the middle of the base. Let's use the Invis here, so maybe my queen can get some more value. Maybe the defending Roy Champion, that would be great. We have the king tanking on the back end, now going down. But I think we're still looking somewhat solid here with a triple overall. So, yeah, that's quite nice. And so many Meteor Golems are alive. And even though we have messed up the core, you should trust yourself and use the earthquakes first and then the giant arrow, I feel like. Otherwise, there are always like some bitter huts randomly on the things you want to snipe, and that's never a good thing. So yeah, make sure that you are actually using the earthquakes first and then the giant arrow. That's just helping way better. But hey, this is getting us another triple. So I feel like right now this strategy really is by far the easiest out of all of those top strategies. And at the same time, it's just so strong. If we just look at power and strength, I'm not sure if it's the #1 strategy, but I think it could compete for sure versus the Fiber Meteor Golems. But one thing is clear. If you're asking for the combination between strongest and easiest, this right now is the one strategy for you. It's so good. You have many options for the equipment when it comes down to those heroes, especially for the Royal Champion and the Warden. And at the same time, you have so much power now with the Druids helping you through the different parts of the base and really recovering the hit points of your Meteor Golems. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.